Hi, this is a short video on athlete journaling and why I think it's important and why I think it's just a simple practice that can have huge scope and potential to improve performance and well-being. And if you look at the backdrop to the slide deck here, it is an athlete's journal, and that athlete is Bruce Lee, a famous martial artist. And you can see on the backdrop he's reflecting on willpower and emotion and different things. So I just thought that would be a nice little segue in, as they say. I think it's important that we start with the end in sight as athletes and coaches, maybe, to the vision for the athlete. Now here I'm not talking about the physical, technical or tactical qualities of the athlete. I'm talking about the person side of it, the learner side of it, them skills. So I think if we look, what do we want at the end, or what does a good athlete look like, or a player? I think John Wooden, the great basketball coach, would say, character is the foundation stone of the athlete. So we want an athlete that is high on character. We also want them to be able to manage, or self-manage, that self-awareness to self-manage, autonomous self-managing. If it is to be, it is up to me. They can own their own stuff, I suppose, and manage themselves. They're not needy. They don't need people to help them all the time. They can manage themselves to a certain degree. Mindset is really important. Carl Dweck's work on mindset, fixed or growth mindset. We want them to have a growth mindset. I can, I am, I will. That's the language. Finding a way to make things work, making the best out of situations, finding the good in things, and moving from that kind of a point of view or that mindset. We want them to be a proactive learner. I always say in sport, our only sustainable competitive advantage is to learn faster than those we compete with and against. So to learn faster, to be a critical and clear thinker, which can drive informed actions. We also want the athlete to have a balanced diet and healthy lifestyle, and we want them to be intrinsically motivated. And there's other things here. We want them to be educated, goal-orientated, organised, consistent, loads of other things. So I don't think it's controversial to say that all these qualities would be the type of qualities we'd love in an athlete. And now we're going to just look at why journaling might help develop these qualities in the athlete. And I'm going to use eclectic kind of references and ideas from people to justify this. That's what I like to do. So yeah, Jeff Juntman was he was a technologist, and he was a writer, and he said a good tool improves the way you work, but a great tool improves the way you think. And I think a journal can be a great tool. It can be used as a great tool. So we're using this journal as a tool to improve the way you think. John Naisbitt in 1982 wrote a famous book called Megatrends, and he said, we are drowning in information, but we are starved for knowledge. And that was in 1982, so I think that's definitely progressed a bit since. But I think the modern athlete and modern person, we are drowning in information and starved for knowledge. And a journal can be a place to make sense of the information. It can be a place to internalize, to clarify, to refine. It's that powerful tool. John Dewey was an education psychologist, and he said that we don't learn from experience, we learn from reflecting on experience. And a journal is a great place to reflect. What did I learn? What happened? What went well? What would I change? What did I learn this week? What do I never want to forget? Things like that. Carl Rogers was the father of person-centered therapy, and he said the only person who is educated is the one who has learned how to adapt and change. He said only the process of seeking knowledge gives a basis for security. And I think a journal is a great place for the athlete to seek knowledge. The seeker becomes the finder, to be reflective, to be introspective, to wrestle and tackle with thoughts and ideas and concepts. A good friend of mine, Liam Moggan, the coach's coach, I think he's actually Dr. Liam Moggan now, I should have him down as, but when he was talking about a coach he had when he was young, he said Brother Willie Morgan encouraged me to think for myself. A journal is a place where an athlete can use to think for themselves. And finally, in The Power of One, the book, Bruce Courtney said, the mind is the athlete, the body is the means. So again, the journal is a great place. It's a great tool for the mind, for clarity, for alignment, for turning information into knowledge, for learning. And really that's why I think it's a truly great resource to develop the qualities we want in the athlete. So now I'm going to show you the possibilities we can do, or what we can do in a journal, and use the tool the way it's designed. And here you'll see a picture of a man standing on ladders. He's not using the tool the way it's designed to be used. I think we can use a journal to cultivate identity, values, and that's why in my journals I always start with the "This is me" place. What do I value? What's important to me? How do I want to behave? What type of teammate do I want to be? What does excellence and success and all these things mean to me? So I think a journal can be used to do that. It can be used as a place to reflect and gain insight. What did I learn today? What do I never want to forget? Post game, what would the referee say about us today? What would my opponent say about us today? How can we get better faster? I'm a big believer in truths and personal truths and ideas and lessons. What I know for sure about performance. My truth, and this is me in my journals, we talk about my truth about preparation, collective and individual. So it's a place you can reflect on that. It's a place where you can clarify, simplify and refine what's important this week ahead. What do I want to do well? Where do I want to be deep and focus this week? Get clear, simplify it, and then refine. Experts know what's not important. There's an awful lot of things we have to do and need to do and want to do and would like to do, but often it's about refining and keeping the most important thing the most important thing. And I also think a journal is a place where you can store and develop tools. Now there's another video here around tools, personal improvement plans, game analysis tools, preparing to perform tools. There's loads of tools. What I suggest is that you make soft copies of them and print them and stick them into your journal. So the journal also offers a place for us to do loads more things, set goals, plan and schedule, track habits, take notes, drive informed action, practice gratitude. The options are endless. So I want to talk a little bit about the journals I've developed, because the athlete, I feel, needs structure, needs help, needs a scaffolding, needs prompts, needs support to maximise the potential of this great discipline or this great skill. So I've designed the first one, the one in the yellow, is a kind of a journey into journaling, which is a 30-day deep dive into the art form of journaling. And then the black one is a follow-on from that. Now, you don't have to do the first one, you can just start on the black one, but I think the first one goes really deep into the various forms of journaling. You spend the first 8-9 days building a "This is me" guide, and then you plan your week ahead and use different prompts and tools and everything. The one in the black is designed more to be an ongoing thing. It's a 3-month journal. So there's morning and evening prompts. We keep referring back to our "This is me." You plan the month ahead, you plan the week ahead, and you reflect at the end of every week and at the end of every month. You can track well-being, place to goal set, place to metric track. There's places to store your tools, places to write your goals. There's loads of places. The journals I have, you'll see here that "This is me," the "This is me" kind of guide. That's a central part of my journal. The journals I develop for athletes. What are my values? What type of teammate do I want to be? What do I believe about success? What do I believe about excellence? What do I believe about commitment? What do I want my teammates to say about me at the end of all this? Getting real clarity, and then once we have that, we can plan out our work and work from a place of informed, contemplative kind of considered point of view, and that drives intelligent, consistent, appropriate, productive action. So just to end, you can use any type of physical journal you please. I've produced journals for the athletes. You'll see there that I believe are a great tool to help them gain the most out of this tool that offers great scope for improved performance and well-being. And you can see my work or my journals and books on my website there. But I would challenge you just to get at it and see how you go. And I wish you well. Be the best you can be. Thank you.